guys, welcome back to Gypsy's Creative Creations. My name is Stephanie and I will be showing you 3 different types of Easter spring decor. So if you're new to my channel and love DIYs, please hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit that bell, that way you get a notification every single time I upload. Also remember to like, share, and comment down below. Alright, for the first project you'll need 3 terracotta pots. You'll need 5 of the carrots package, and this is out the Dollar Tree as well. I don't know if I'll use all 5, but I got 5 just to make sure it had a fuller look. You'll need 2 of these canvas picture frames from the Dollar Tree. They're kind of narrow, but they got like a really nice sturdy frame on them. So you'll need 2 of these. You'll also need some of the nautical rope, and you only need 1. This is just the leftover part of the nautical rope that I had, so you'll only need 1 thing of the nautical rope. And of course you'll need either the white Waverly's paint, or you will need apple barrel paint, and it doesn't have to be white, it can be whatever color you choose. So what we're going to do first is actually take this frame and glue this frame on top here. So we're just gonna put, and now these picture frames don't have to say the same wording or nothing like that, because you are gonna paint them. So just put some glue right here, guys. And as you can tell, I've already cut a hole into the canvas to see if it would actually fit in the canvas itself. So I'm just going to cut out the other 2 holes for the other 2 pots. And all you'll need is either one of these little knives from the Dollar Tree, or you could use one of these are in the garden section, but they work really good to cut holes out in canvases. So what you're going to do first is just place the pots where you want them to be at, and make sure that you can get through the canvas. And then you're just going to trace a circle around. And you could actually just go around in a circle. And this doesn't have to be perfect, because once you push the pot down in there, it'll actually fold the canvas over really nicely. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to do is just simply paint the canvas. And as you can tell, they're just glued together, and we're just going to paint it. I'm going to use the Waverly's paint. You could use apple barrel if you want to, it's completely up to you. Alright guys, I'm going to set that off to the side. And as far as the terracotta pots are going to be at, instead of me painting the whole bottom half white, I'm just going to paint the rim white and leave the bottom of it terracotta. And I'm just doing that just to give it a little bit of contrast, so it's not completely all the way white. Alright guys, so what I'm going to end up doing is putting the nautical rope here in the middle. So I'm just going to hot glue it on there. And just get your pair of scissors, and we're going to cut the nautical rope off right here. There we go. And this is what it ends up looking like. Alright guys, for the pots, I'm going to put like a little ribbon on there. So just put a little bead of hot glue to keep it in the spot that you want it to be in. Just like that. And all this is jute twine. You're going to take it and just make a bow. Go. I'm going to start putting them in here. On the little bunny, I'm just going to tie a bow around his neck. And then we're going to hot glue it onto the canvas. So this is kind of how he looks. So just find a place where you want to put him at and just take some hot glue and just place it on the bottom. And then just stick him directly onto the canvas just like that. So you might want to get some filler, like some Raffian or some other filler. Completely up to you what kind of filler you want to use. You can use the moss as well. I'm just going to use the Raffian because I have it on hand. And just kind of gently push it down in the bottom there. Push this down in the bottom here. And just push that Raffian down. You're trying to make it look more like a little nest or something. And you're just going to start adding your carrots to it. And these I'm not going to hot glue down because I'll probably use them in other projects. But if you want to secure it a whole lot better, you could hot glue it down. Or you could put a piece of styrofoam down in the bottom and just get a little toothpick and then just stick them in there like that. But like I said, I use these for other projects, so I'm not going to glue them down. But this is how it ends up looking. And here it is from the side. And of course I have pictures at the end of all the projects that I did. So that's our first project. Alright guys, so for the next project what you'll need is one of these metal flower pots. You can paint the bottom white if you want to, but they usually come in a canteen. I'm just repurposing this one for Valentine's Day. This one actually has jute twine at the very top. You'll also need 4 of these green round inserts in a wooden dowel. And you can just go ahead and put all 4 of them in there and then just put the wooden dowel down in the middle to hold it still. You'll also need 3 of these giant eggs. And when I say giant, they're about the size of my hand. And this is not glitter. They're like little plastic round pieces that are on there to make it look shiny. You'll also need some of the nautical rope as well. And you'll need some moss. You'll need one of those bunny rabbits that comes in the little kit that has a little string on the top. And you also need just some little Easter eggs. Not a whole bunch of them. They come in, I believe, like a little 12 pack or something like that. So to get started, as you can tell, I went ahead and just put that in there like that. Next thing I'm going to do is just set that off to the side along with the moss. These eggs are awfully bright and I want more of a neutral color. So what I'm going to do is just pull this off. Now I did get this idea from Glue Guns and Roses. She did it a little bit different. She didn't have these eggs. She had a plastic egg and she did some other stuff, but y'all can go over to her channel and see what she did with those eggs, just in case you can't find these, because it is a different technique, but I was inspired by her technique to make these the way that she made hers. So I am going to use this nautical rope, but what I think I want to do, because these eggs are not as big as the ones that she used, I'm going to unravel the nautical rope, because the jute twine is not quite thick enough, but the nautical rope is a little too thick. So we're just going to unravel, and it actually unravels really nicely, so you don't really have to fight with it. So let me go ahead and unravel this and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm not going to use the jute twine. I am going to use the nautical rope, but I just unthreaded it. So what I'm going to do is make sure that you have your hot glue protector finger thing on, because you're going to need it. We're going to put some hot glue right up here on the top. We're just going to hold it still where it'll dry, and then I'll start wrapping it. Alright, now you're going to start wrapping it. And you don't need to like keep on putting hot glue on it. Just occasionally you'll have to put hot glue on it. Just to make sure that it's laying down the way that it needs to. And these little plastic things will actually grip the rope. So that's why I said you don't have to add a whole lot of hot glue to it. Just to kind of get it started. Alright guys, so here it is. And of course you're going to leave the opening on the bottom so you could add it onto the dowel. Now what I'm going to do is just make one of those burlap bows. And of course just wrap it as many times as you want to. Snip that off. And then just get you a little piece of string. And you don't have to do this part. This is just a little extra. Go. And what we're going to do is just add it right here to the front. And I'm going to double tie it. And we're going to add some hot glue right here. And I'm just going to place that bow right here in the middle. See? So the next egg I'm going to make is going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to pull this little tab off the bottom. And we're going to take Waverly's white paint. You can use the apple barrel, but if you use the apple barrel, you might want to consider the fact that you're probably going to have to use several coats just because the apple barrel is a lot thinner than the Waverly's. So of course you're going to need a big brush. And I like the Waverly's just because it's a thicker paint. And you're probably going to have to end up dabbing this on there. And like I said, I'm doing this because I want more of a neutral tone for my Easter and not such bright colors. I don't mind the soft pastels, but these bright colors are just really loud. Alright guys, so for the third and final egg, I am going to put moss on it. So I have this, if you hear the fan, I have the fan on the egg drying it out. So I'm just going to put hot glue and then put moss on there. And like I said, all this is optional. You don't have to do this with these eggs. I'm just trying to give you a more neutral look and tone down the color of the actual egg. And then just give you a variety of ideas of what you could do with the eggs. So just take your hot glue and just take your moss and you're just going to kind of spread it on there. Now be careful for your finger and the hot glue because it will hurt. So you're just going to go around the whole egg and just do that. Alright guys, so it's a little messy, but after you get all the moss on, you kind of want to squeeze it down just to kind of make it or shape it back into an egg because it has a tendency of being a little fluffy. Alright guys, so on this one I'm also going to add a bow, so I'm just going to tie this one around. There we go. Probably going to want to double on it just so it doesn't move. And then I'm just going to make a bow and then just hot glue it on there. And just a simple like shoelace bow. It's nothing fancy. Just kind of something to make it look nice. So these pieces I'm actually going to cut off. Just like that. And then make this a little bit bigger. And just cut this part off. And you're just gonna add some hot glue on there. And just put that on there like that. And of course you're gonna have to hold it for a minute just so it stays in place. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is just go ahead and put, either you can put a ribbon on there or just leave it plain. It's completely up to you. Since I already have the moss out, I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the bottom of the pot. But first I'm gonna glue the rabbit on here so I know, well actually, you know something? Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna do, since I already have the moss out, I'm just gonna go ahead and shove this down in here. Just like that. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start adding the eggs on there. So what you're gonna do is just gently press that through the dowel. Just like that. And don't worry about the top because they're not going to be able to see it. So you're just gonna, and remember these eggs are styrofoam, they're not plastic. So you're not gonna hurt it at all. Alright, so we're gonna add the third one. Alright guys, so this is how it looks so far. Hey guys, so I changed it to a side view so y'all could see what I'm doing because it's hard from the top to show you what I'm doing. So this is the basic form of it, and of course I'm just gonna add a little extra stuff. So these are just some little twigs that the Dollar Tree carries, some greenery. I'm gonna add some that have a little bit of yellow and a little bit of purple to it, and all you have to do is stick it down. You don't even have to hot glue it. Just stick it down into the styrofoam. And like I said, this is extra. You don't have to do this. I'm just adding it just to give it a little extra look here. And then I'm gonna add the little bunny. So you're just gonna hot glue it on the bottom. And then we're gonna place it just right here off to the side. Just like that. And then we're also gonna add some of these extra little Easter eggs. Let's see how that looks. And we might just add one. And I think I'm just gonna add the yellow one just because it goes along with the flowers. So guys, after you add the bunny, I'm just gonna add some more twigs back here in the back. And like I said, all this is optional. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it just to make it look a lot more, I don't know, natural, farmhousey type look. And just remember, you're just poking it into the styrofoam, so you don't have to glue it down. You see? Just flip it around to the front, and that's how it looks. Now you can add these little styrofoam Easter eggs if you want to. I was going to. I might just add one. I don't think I'm going to add a whole bunch. And I think I'm going to put it more into the foliage here, like that, off to the side. And this I am going to hot glue. And I'm just going to hot glue it to the big Easter egg. And then just put the foliage around it. There we go, just like that. And I might add another one just right under the rabbit here. And this one I'm just going to shove down in there. Just like that. And this is how this looks. Super cute. And of course I have pictures of all this at the end of the video. So we're going to go on to the third and final project. So just stay tuned. Alright guys, so the third and final project, what you'll need is this garland from the Dollar Tree. It already has the Easter eggs in there with a pastel color, and I like these a lot. They even have like a little rhinestone here. You'll need these wooden eggs. I went ahead and painted them white. They usually just come in solid wood. And of course you could use an apple barrel or you could use Waverly's paint. It's completely up to you. And I'm also going to use a piece of ribbon, and it's just one that I had on hand, and it's see-through just like the pink one, but this one is yellow. And all I'm going to do is in between the eggs, I'm going to put one of these wooden eggs, and I'm just going to tie it on there. And we're just going to go ahead and cut off the amount of string that we need, and then just set it off to the side. So I wrote out Hoppy. And of course you could add more eggs and put Hoppity, you could put Easter, you could put whatever you're wanting to put on there. And then you're going to go back with a Sharpie and just fill it in. Now I'm doing this because not everybody has a CRICUT where they could cut out vinyl letters and make it look good. So I'm just trying to show you that you can make it look good without having to have one of those machines to do it with. You could also get those sticker letters, or the sticker letters from the Dollar Tree, and do it that way. I particularly don't like those. They never peel off right. They always break for me, so I don't even bother to buy them anymore. Alright guys, so after you freehand your letters onto your egg, all you're going to do is simply just tie this onto the garland and just kind of make you a bow. Alright guys, so this is the end of the tutorial. I'll show you pictures at the end of all three of the ones that I made for Easter. And this is just a simple garland that you just could hang over your fireplace or wherever you're wanting to hang it. So if y'all like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below. If you would like to support my channel, please check out all of my affiliate links. Also check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, my Etsy shop. I also have a website. All those links will be down in the description box down below. So thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.